Hello students, welcome to our new chapter, that is structure of atom. Students, in previous chapter I had explained about the matter, how the matter change from one state to another state, and what are the types of matter on the basis of their physical property and chemical property. Students, we all know it very well that everything is a matter which is made up of very small particles. Okay, so students, the scientists were very excited about to know more detail about the atom, about the particles. Clear? So students, if we talk about according to Dalton's atomic theory, Dalton's atomic theory. Students, Dalton state that atom is the very smallest particles of the matter of any substance that cannot be divided. Okay students, it means it is indivisible. As the time passes, students, scientists has proved by experimentally that atom can be divided. Okay, so atom has divided into 3 subatomic particles. Suppose children, this is atom. Okay, and if students atom can be divided, it means that atom also consists of small particles inside it. So students, the particles which are present inside the atom, they are called subatomic particles. Okay students, the particles which are present inside the atom, that is called subatomic particles. Clear students? And atom has 3 subatomic particles. Atom has 3 subatomic particles: electron, proton and neutron. Clear students? Electrons consist negatively charged particles, proton consist positively charged particles, and neutron is a neutral particles, means it doesn't contain any charge, either positive either negative. Clear students? So suppose if you have to find out the net charge in an atom. Clear students? Suppose this is atom, students, and in this atom 2 proton and 1 electron. 2 proton and 1 electron. And if you have to find out the total net of charge in an atom, so students, 2 proton means 2 plus and 1 electron is minus 1. So you will get 1 positive. So plus 1 is the total charge present in this atom. Clear students? If the atoms contains 2 proton and 2 electron, so this will be plus 2 and minus 2. This will be 0. So it means that this atom is electrically neutral, means it does not contain any charge. Clear students? Now we are going to discuss about the discovery of electrons, discovery of protons and neutrons. Clear students? Now students, first we are going to read about the discovery of electrons. Okay, now students, note in your copy that J.J. Thomson, okay, J.J. Thomson, he was the first scientist which has got the existence of electron in an atom. Clear students? Now, William Crookes, okay, scientist, he has taken a discharge tube in a cylindrical form. Clear students? And in this discharge tube, children, he connected two metallic electrode. The first is cathode, which are connected to the negative terminal of battery, and second was anode, which was connected to the positive terminal of the battery. He has filled gas inside the discharge tube, and in order to increase or decrease the pressure of the gas, he has used vacuum pump. Clear students? Now, when the pressure of the gas was 1 atmospheric pressure of mercury, okay students, at high voltage, okay students, so he is observed that there was no change in the discharge tube. It means that the gas which are present in the discharge tube at normal pressure, the air are a poor conductor of electricity. Okay, now he reduced the pressure up to 0.001, okay, of mercury. So after a while, after reducing the pressure, he observed that a gas, okay, when the gas is reduced, he observed that a small rays emerged from cathode and moved towards anode in a straight line. Okay, he observed that a rays which emerged, which produced from cathode and moved towards anode in a straight line. Clear students? These rays were called cathode rays. These rays were called cathode rays. Now clear students? And when you experiment in cathode rays, then these cathode rays contains a negatively charged particles. Clear students? These cathode rays contains negatively charged particles, and this is called electron. Clear students? When the cathode rays contains negatively charged particles, then it is termed as electron. Clear students? Now, see the property of cathode rays which are moving from cathode to anode. First, cathode rays travel in a straight line. Second, cathode rays produce mechanical effect. It means that if we keep a wheel, okay, after a while we observe that the wheel starts moving in a rotational motion. It means these cathode rays produce a mechanical effect. Cathode rays are deflected by magnetic field. Means if we keep a magnet, after a while we will observe that cathode rays directly deflected towards magnet. Cathode rays produce X-rays. Students, cathode rays impart negative charge. Clear? Cathode rays impart negatively charge to the object in their path. Now clear children? Now I am going to tell you about the discovery of proton. Clear? By Rutherford. Now students, our second particles, that is discovery of proton. Clear? Students, we all know it very well that atom is electrically neutral. Means they cannot attract us. Students, have you ever thought that why these particles which are moving around us, these particles are called atom, and why these particles cannot attract school, house, our body, books, etc. Many of the matter are there. Why they are not able to attract? It is because, students, all the atoms are electrically neutral. It means they do not contain either positive charge or negative charge. But students, according to J.J. Thomson experiment, it was clear that in an atom negative charge are present which are called electron. Clear, students? It means if the atom is electrically neutral, positive charge must be present in the atom. Clear, students? So Goldstein, he was a scientist, students. He has taken a discharge tube in a hard glass like a discharge tube, and in this, students, he has taken a perforated cathode. Students, perforated cathode means there are number of holes in the cathode electrode. Clear, students? And second, he was taken anode electrode. Cathode was connected to the negative terminal of battery and anode was connected to the positive terminal of the battery. Clear, students? Now, first, when he switch on the circuit, then he observed that some of the particles originate from the anode and move towards cathode. But it was not clear that this is a positive rays. This was not clear on that time. Okay. So students, because there are particles which just pass through the perforated cathode, because there are a number of holes. Clear? So what he has done, he has coated a layer of zinc sulfide behind the perforated cathode. Clear, students? So when anode rays start moving from anode to cathode, and when these rays strike on the zinc sulfide, it glows. Clear, students? It glows. So this experiment was successful to find the discovery of electrons, because these particles which are moving from anode to cathode, these are known as canal rays. Or you can say anode rays. Clear, students? Now let us see the property of anode rays. First, it consists positively charged particles. So when these anode rays contains positively charged particles, their name term as proton. Clear, students? Second, it travel in a straight line. It is deflected by electric field and went towards negative. Means it always attracted by negative plate. It can produce mechanical effect. Clear, students? Now this was the discovery of proton. How the proton was discovered. Now I am going to tell you about the discovery of neutron. Clear, students? And now, students, the third particles of the atom, that is neutron. Clear, students? Students, before going that, let us take an example to understand this discovery of neutron. Suppose that, children, this is an atom. Okay? And the mass of whole atom is 10 gram. You just suppose, students, clear? The mass of whole atom is 10 gram. Now before I explained that there is a negative charge, means electron and proton are present inside the atom. See, suppose there are 4 proton and 2 electron. Okay, students? Suppose there are 4 proton and 2 electron are present inside the atom. So, students, If we calculate the collective mass of these particles 4 to 6, the total mass of the particles 4 to 6, okay, and the whole mass is 10 grams. It means that there are also any particles are present whose mass is nearly about same as that of proton. Total mass is 10, and now 4 plus 2, so 10 minus 4 to 6. So students, it means there can also be particles whose mass can be nearly about as that of proton. So this was the concept to discover about the first particles of atom, that is neutron. Students, what happens? James Chadwick, okay, James Chadwick was the scientist who discovered neutron. Students, what he has done, he has taken alpha rays. Alpha rays is the containing of helium 2 plus. Please note your copy. Alpha ray is the positivity of helium 2 plus. He has taken a metallic foil, you can say metallic plate, means he has taken a metal which are very lighter, like beryllium you can say, boron you can say, lithium you can say. These are the very lighter metals. Now what happened? He has bombarded these alpha rays to this metallic foil. And students, now when he bombardment means attack. When he allowed to attack on this metallic plate. Clear, students? He observed that some rays are coming. But on that time, scientist was not clear that it is a neutron. It can be gamma rays. Okay, it can be beta rays. So students, in order to confirm it, he put here a wax. Clear, students? When he put a wax after this metallic cloud, so he observed that first proton was coming out. Along with proton, a third particles was coming. A very small radiations were coming out which are penetrating through the wax. Clear, students? Means a small radiation means a very thin radiations which are penetrating the wax and going in straight line. So when you observe that, what should be this? Okay, what would be this? What could be the possibility of these particles? Is it beta? Is it gamma? So when he observed that, okay, suppose if it is a positive charge, so take a negative charge. Take a negative charge. Okay, suppose if we don't know about these particles, take a negative charge. If this rays attract, so it will be positive charge. Take a positive charge near this radiation. If it attracts, this will be negative charge. So students, he has taken both the positive and negative charge near this radiation, but there will be no effect. There was no repulsion, there was no attraction. It means that there are also a particles present inside the atom which does not contain any charge. Means that particle you can say that is neutral. So this was called neutron. Clear, students? Neutron is the third particles of the atom which is neutral. Means it does not contain either positive charge, either negative charge. So you can say neutron is the third particles, is the particles which does not contain any charge, and the mass of neutron is slightly heavier than proton. Exactly, you can say something like that, exactly heavier than proton. Clear children? So this way the neutron was discovered. Clear children? In the next video I will explain you about the the Bohr's model, the Rutherford model is alpha scattering experiment, and Thomson atomic model. Clear children? Thank you.